I never let anyone know I was wealthy. Not my son, not my friends, not even the people who worked under me. To the world, I was just Mrs. Eleanor Brooks, a quiet widow in a small brick house, driving an old Honda and wearing simple clothes. But the truth? I'm the chief operating officer of a major global logistics company. My income changed over the years, but it has always been high enough that money was never a problem. I could buy almost anything, but I preferred living quietly. I didn't need attention. Then one day, my son Ethan, 32, called. Mom, Ashley's parents are in town. They want to meet you. Dinner on Saturday at La Kate. Please say yes. And I heard the unspoken part, please don't embarrass me. I said yes. And that's when I decided to test something. I wanted to see how they would treat me if they believed I had nothing. Saturday night came. I wore an old navy dress, simple shoes, no jewelry, hair in a loose bun, and a cheap handbag. I looked ordinary, maybe too ordinary, but that was the point. The restaurant was fancy, crystal lights, waiters in tuxedos, everything designed to make people feel important. I walked in. Ethan looked nervous the second he saw me. Ashley forced a polite smile. Her parents, Reginald and Camilla, didn't bother hiding their disappointment. Camilla offered 2 fingers for a handshake and looked away before it even finished. We sat down. I pretended the menu was confusing. Camilla sighed loudly and said she would order something affordable for me. I nodded like I appreciated the help. The whole dinner was one long list of their luxuries, their villa in Tuscany, their Bentley, their designer trips, their financial gifts to the young couple. Every sentence sounded like a resume of wealth. And every few minutes, Camilla would give me a sympathetic look. It must be hard living on a fixed income. We want to make sure Ethan isn't burdened. Then came the real moment. She put her hand on mine and said calmly, we'd like to give you a small monthly allowance, maybe $1,000. In return, we'd appreciate it if you gave the young couple some space. No unannounced visits. No asking for help. I'm sure you understand. They were offering me money to stay out of their lives. I stayed quiet. Then I stopped acting. I straightened my back. My voice changed into the one I use in boardrooms. May I ask, I said softly, how much you contributed to their house? 400,000, Reginald replied proudly. And the wedding? About 250. Impressive, I said. Would you like to know what I contributed to their first apartment when they got engaged? Camilla smiled politely. Whatever you could manage, dear. I paid the entire amount. Cash, through a trust. 320,000. The table went silent. Ethan whispered, Mom, what? He looked like the ground had shifted under him. I continued, calm and clear. I'm the coup of a global company. My income has been high for years. I have long-term investments, a portfolio that has grown steadily, and a net worth in the 8-figure range. I don't show it because I don't need to prove anything. Camilla blinked. If you had money, we would have known. Why? I asked. Because you measure people by what they wear? Because you speak about money as if it's personality? I reached into my bag and placed my metal card on the table. Dinner's on me. Reginald's face flushed red. Camilla froze. You treated me poorly because you assumed I had nothing, I said quietly. And you did it in front of my son. I looked at Ethan. His eyes were wet. Then I turned to Ashley. Tears were already forming. I stood up. You offered me $1,000 to disappear. Here's my offer. I'll wire you $5 million, right? Now, if you can name even one person you've treated with genuine kindness when you believe they had nothing. No one spoke. I left the restaurant without looking back. 2 days later, Ashley came to my house. No makeup, no designer anything. Just a girl who had finally seen her parents clearly. She cried. She apologized. She explained that her parents grew up poor in Manchester and built their identity around money. It shaped them in ways she now refused to follow. She and Ethan planned to put boundaries in place. Real ones. I forgave her. Not her parents. Not yet. When Ethan hugged me later, he said, "I'm proud to be your son, and I'm sorry you ever felt you had to hide." I smiled. I wasn't hiding. I was waiting to see who deserved the truth. Some people show off money to feel important. I stayed quiet to see who would treat me like a person anyway. Turns out very few do. But the ones who matter, they see me more clearly now than ever. If this story moved you, leave your city in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories like this.